Swimmers and coaches, just a reminder, there are 5 minutes left of the warm-up, please. Just 5 minutes left of the warm-up. So just a reminder for all our swimmers, we still haven't had anyone come and claim this Fitbit that we've got up here. So if you have lost one, please come and see me. It is up here with me.
bypass the stage 1 evac and proceed straight to a stage 2 evacuation announcement. The first aid group is situated in the office end of the pool. Please ensure that you keep the vents on the window side of the pool clear. These vents are part of the air conditioning system. Swimmers are advised to remove all jewellery in order to prevent accidental injury. Parents and carers are
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final session of the Norfolk County Championships. Your technical director for this afternoon is Chris Gaylor, and your referees are Stuart Murray and Paul Kendall. We will be getting underway in approximately 1 minute's time. And so we get this afternoon session underway with event 751. This is the girls' 400 metre individual medley, heat number 1. Referee. This event will be swum in just the 3 heats. 3 swimmers in the first heat. As you can see in lane 3, we have Emma Dye from Norwich Swan. In lane 4, it's Daisy Stimpson from West Norfolk. And in lane 5, Anastasia Wall from Dereham. 2 lengths of each stroke in the 400. Butterfly followed by the backstroke. Then we have the breaststroke and finishing with the freestyle. So fairly even between our 3 swimmers as we come up to the 100 metre mark. Emma and Daisy, nothing to choose between them. Anastasia just a couple of metres behind. And over they go onto the backstroke. Just 0.3 of a second between Daisy and Emma. And Anastasia only a second further behind. And immediately we can see Daisy making headway on the backstroke. She's already pulled 4-5 metres clear, going very strongly, heading to the far end. So over she goes, 2:21.55. That gap of 0.2 of a second really shot out to 10 seconds on that length. Looking very comfortable indeed on the backstroke as she comes into the final 25. .200 metres down, over goes Daisy, reverse tumble turn onto the breaststroke. Anastasia Wall for Derham now clear in second. That lead just a little over 10 metres. Emma Dye turning for Norwich Swan onto the breaststroke as well. Now Daisy's still well out in front by 10 metres or so, but we can see that Emma Dye is favouring the breaststroke over Anastasia. She's closing her down as they go to the far end. Turning almost together, less than a second between them now. Metres of breaststroke left to go for Daisy Stimpson from West Norfolk. Anastasia still just a little ahead of Emma. Daisy going through 300 metres onto the freestyle. Increasing that lead up to best part of 25 metres now. Anastasia starting her freestyle leg. Emma just a couple of seconds behind. Daisy making that final turn now to start her final 50 on the freestyle. Emma Dye challenging Anastasia for that second place now. So over go Emma and Anastasia, still less than a second between them, but it's Emma now in front. Final 25 metres for Daisy Stimpson from West Norfolk. Daisy's entry time for this event showing as 6:41.72, inches into the final 5. That's going to be quite an improvement over the entry time. There we go, 6:31.64. Emma and Anastasia still battling hard, but I think Emma Dye for Norwich Swan is going to come in to take second. And Anastasia completes the heat. Good race, swimmers, well done. Event 751, the girls 400 individual medley, heat number 2. Referee. So 6 swimmers in this heat. In lane 2 we have Lily Murrell from Norwich Swan. Lane 3 Emily Pitcher from Norwich Swan. Lane 4 is Victoria Marchinek from West Norfolk. Lane 5 Angelina Bullman from Dereham. Lane 6 is Chris Harding from Norwich Swan. And in lane 7 is Holly Gilbertson from City of Norwich. Strong start from Emily Pitcher on the butterfly in lane 3 for Norwich Swan. Pulling out 3 or 4 metres over Vicky Marchinek for West Norfolk in lane 4. And Holly Gilbertson for City of Norwich in lane 7. Emily going through the first stroke change on 1:19.15 onto the backstroke, 1:22.73 for Holly in lane 7. 1:24.96 for Victoria in lane 4. Emily looking very strong out in front for Norwich Swan. 9 seconds clear now. So Emily going through the 200-metre turn onto the breaststroke. 2:46.89. That lead was 9 seconds at the last time turn. It's now still 9 seconds. But it's Vicky Marchinek in second, Lily in third, Holly in fourth. Emily turning at the far end, 3:39.19. Is that gap still going to be 9 seconds? Looks just about. Slight increase to 10 seconds to Victoria Marchinek for West Norfolk second. Lily Murrell in third. Just about 5 metres of breaststroke left for Emily Pitcher for Norwich Swan in lane 3. She turns at the 300 metre mark onto the freestyle. That gap looking about steady at 10 seconds. Over goes Vicky Marcinek, 4:45. Charlize just a whisker behind on 4:47. Then it's Lily Murrell. Then Holly Gilbertson and Angelina Bullman. Over goes Emily for the final time, just 50 metres of freestyle left. Emily's entry time at 6:08. She's looking good for going under 6 minutes. Into the final 5. And Emily Pitcher from Norwich Swan comes in to take the heat in 5:52.53. Fantastic freestyle leg by Charlize Harding in lane 6. She comes in to claim 2nd. Victoria Marcinek taking 3rd. Lily Murrell in 4th. Holly Gilbertson coming in to take 5th. And Angelina Bullman completing the heat. Well done, swimmers. Now we have the final heat of the women's 400 metre individual medley. Introducing your swimmers. In lane 1 for Norwich Swan, Isla Hamilton. In lane 2 for Norwich Swan, Abigail Riches. In lane 3 for Norwich Swan, Ruby Chapman. In lane 4 for City of Norwich, Megan Pye. In lane 5 for Norwich Swan, Caitlin Richardson. In lane 6 for West Norfolk, Esme Kidman. In lane 7 for City of Norwich, Rosa Hammond. And in lane 8 for Dereham, Lillian Wolfew. Swimmers, you are under referee's control. Well, Megan Pye for City of Norwich absolutely flying away on the butterfly leg. Isla in 2nd, Ruby 3rd, and in 4th place it's Caitlin. Meg looking very strong on the butterfly. She comes up to go on to the backstroke, 1:09.77. Isla Hamilton and Caitlin Richardson from Norwich Swan chasing her, turning on 1:18.86 and 1:19.54. So Megan with a 10-second lead over Isla Hamilton, and then it's Ruby Chapman, Caitlin Richardson and Esme Kidman, all in the chasing pack. Half distance for Megan Pye from City of Norwich. Over she goes onto the breaststroke, 2:31.94. Last time to turn, that gap was 10 seconds. Managed to pull it out even further now, but it is Isla Hamilton in second, Esme Kidman now third, Ruby Chapman in fourth. So Isla closing that gap a little, down from 17 to 13 seconds through the timed turn halfway through the breaststroke leg. Isla pushing very hard, but it's a big gap to Megan Pye. So 300 metres down for Megan Pye, onto the freestyle, 4:07. Isla bringing the gap down to 11 seconds now. Caitlin in third, fourth in lane 3 is Ruby. Final turn for Megan Pye in lane 4. Just 50 metres of freestyle left. That gap still over 10 metres to Isla Hamilton in second. .15 metres to go for Megan Pye from City of Norwich. And she comes in to take the heat in 5:22. 10 metres to go for Isla Hamilton. Isla coming in to take second for Norwich Swan in lane 1. Caitlin Richardson also for Norwich Swan coming in to take third in lane 5. Ruby Chapman fourth. Esme Kidman coming in to take fifth. Rosa Hammond coming in to take sixth in lane 7. Then it's Abigail Riches for Norwich Swan. And Lillian Walthew for Dereham completing the event. Well done, swimmers.
And we move on to event 752, the boys 200 metres backstroke. This is the first heat of 6. Over to you, referee. So our swimmers in this first heat. In lane 2, we have Thomas Smith swimming for City of Norwich. And then we also have City of Norwich swimmers in lanes 3 and 4, Tobias Anderson and James O'Toole. Martin Rayler swims in lane 5 for Norwich Swan. And in lane 6, also swimming for City of Norwich, we have Lawrence Taylor. At the first turn, it's James taking that turn first, closely followed by Tobias and Martin. James looks like he may have extended his lead slightly as he takes the final 5 metres towards the halfway turn. He takes the turn first, with Tobias turning in second, and very close at that turn between Martin and Lawrence. James looks like he's been pacing his race really well, so he approaches his final turn, still with a clear lead. Over he goes. And Tobias now turning clearly in second, with Lawrence in third. James has maintained his lovely consistent pace in front, and our other swimmers kicking hard for home as well now. Final 5 metres for James. And he touches. Lawrence coming through really strongly towards the end. He touches second, with Tobias touching third. Martin coming in fourth. Thomas completes our heat. Well done, swimmers. On to heat 2 of the boys 200 metres backstroke, referee. Our swimmers in this second heat are: in lane 1, swimming for City of Norwich is Jake Maguire. Lane 2 for Norwich Swan, Adam Houston. Swimming in lane 3 for City of Norwich is George Pike. Swimming for Dis Otters in lane 4 is Laurie Shearer. We have Ewan Hammond in lane 5 swimming for City of Norwich, and Patrikas Gavrilovicius in lane 6 also for City of Norwich. Tom Kaiser swims in lane 7 for Norwich Swan, and then Josh Reed in lane 8, also for City of Norwich. So at that first turn, it's Adam turning first, followed by Laurie, followed by Jake. Adam in lane 2 looking nice and strong, as is Laurie in lane 4. Adam marginally in front. Very close between these two front swimmers though. Neck and neck at the halfway turn. Ewan turns in third. So it looks like pretty much our swimmers maintaining their positions as they were at that halfway turn. Adam and Laurie still in front there. And still very close as they take that final turn. Over they go. So Adam still pushing ahead slightly, looking nice and strong still, approaching his final few meters. Lovely strong swim from him. He actually came in with a recorded time of 3:18. He touches first. Laurie touches second. And Ewan touches third. We have a disqualification to announce. Event 751. Heat 3, lane 5. That's 751, heat 3, lane 5. Disqualification for a technical infraction. That completes his heat. Well done, swimmers. On to heat 3 of the boys 200 metres backstroke, referee. Our Heat 3 swimmers are in lane 1 for City of Norwich, Dylan Guy. In lane 2 for Great Yarmouth is Jan Beblot. In lane 3, also swimming for Great Yarmouth, is Archie Harris-Joy. In lane 4 for Dereham is Joshua Taylor. Swimming for City of Norwich in lane 5 is Austin Taylor. In lane 6 for Norwich Swan, we have Zach Montgomery. And then we have Norfolk Vikings swimmers in lanes 7 and 8, Noah Buchan and Michael Sayer. So at that first turn, it was Archie who took that turn ahead. Dylan over in lane 1, also looking nice and strong. So Archie approaching that halfway turn, powering into that turn. Over he goes, closely followed by Dylan. And it's Austin who turns in third. So Archie approaching that final turn, so he's maintained his lead, slightly ahead of Dylan, and it's Austin who's also going to turn in third. So those positions have been maintained. Let's see what happens on the final 50. Archie and Dylan both kicking really hard here, and Austin also looking really strong there in lane 5. Archie touches first. Really strong swim there at the end from Austin, who now touches in second. There we go, the scoreboard has caught up. Dylan touched in third. That completes this heat. Well done to our swimmers. On to heat 4 of the boys, 200 metres backstroke, referee. Our heat 4 swimmers are in lane 1, swimming for City of Norwich, Travis Vlotman. In lane 2 for Norwich Swan, Henry Mann. In lane 3 for West Norfolk, Nathan Yearman. In lane 4 for City of Norwich, James Clark. In lane 5 for Norwich Swan, Thomas Small. Swimming for City of Norwich in lane 6 is Jack Tate. Isaac Buchan swims in lane 7 for North Norfolk Vikings, and in lane 8 for Durham is Riley Walker. So at that first turn, it was Nathan, followed by Thomas, followed by James. Nathan powering through in front at the moment. He's looking strong. Still going to be quite close at this halfway turn. Thomas in lane 5 also going well. We have a disqualification to announce for event 752, Heat 1, Lane 2. That's event 752, Heat 1, Lane 2. Disqualification for a technical infraction. So final turn for Nathan. He's still leading, looking strong. Followed by Henry, with James turning in 3rd, Thomas turning in 4. Is Henry closing that gap? Nathan's still looking strong though. Nathan holds on to touch first, Henry touches second, close for 3rd, but it's Thomas who takes it. That completes our heat. Well done, swimmers. On to heat 5 of the boys, 200 metres backstroke. Referee. Our Heat 5 swimmers. In lane 1, swimming for West Norfolk is Ned Astachenko. In lanes 2 and 3, we have City of Norwich swimmers, Milo Milton and Ben Allen. Swimming for West Norfolk in lanes 4 and 5, we have Jake Lamas and Harvey Isle. Swimming for City of Norwich in lanes 6 and 7, we have Castle Gallandez and Joe Hammond. And swimming for Durham in lane 8 is Thomas Ellis. So it was Jake who took that turn first, followed by Joe, followed by Milo. Looking very close though. Jay looking strong as he approaches that halfway turn, but so is Harvey, who's following very closely behind him. It was still Joe, also going really well there in lane 7. He took that turn in 3rd. So Harvey in lane 5 is going really well. He's really surged through to come through into first position. Great swim from him. Well done, Harvey. It's Milo that comes through to touch in second with Joe. Oh no, it was Ben who touched in third, followed closely by Joe. That completes this heat. Well done, swimmers. And we move on to the final heat of this event, announcing your swimmers. In lane 1, swimming for City of Norwich is Timon Chapman. In lane 2, swimming for West Norfolk, Tobias Oglesby. In lane 3, swimming for City of Norwich, Joseph McGillivray. In lane 4, swimming for West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. In lane 5, swimming for Norwich Swan, Ben Woodhouse. In lane 6, swimming for City of Norwich, Jack Eden. In lane 7, swimming for Dis Otters, Matthew Tatum. And in lane 8, swimming for Norwich Swan, Manuka Jayakodi. Over to you, referee. So, at this very early stage, Nathan emerging first, establishing a lead already. Nathan turning first. Now it's very close between Timon, Tobias and Joseph at that first turn. Let's see if Nathan can build on that lead. Remains very close between lanes 1, 2 and 3. Nathan turns first at the halfway turn, now Tobias turning in second, Joseph turning in third, closely followed by Timon. Nathan taking his final turn into the final 50. Nathan kicking hard now. Tobias also looking really strong there, established himself in second position. Nathan touches first. Tobias second. And it's actually Matthew who comes through to touch third. Well done, swimmers. That completes this event.
And so we move on to event 753. This is the girls 100 metre butterfly heat number 1. Referee. And this event will be swum in a total of 8 heats. In this first heat we have the 6 swimmers. In lane 2, Charlotte Rook from City of Norwich. Lane 3 is Ella Townsend from Dis Otters. Lane 4, Annika Muller from City of Norwich. Lane 5, Millie Johnson for West Norfolk. Lane 6 is Olivia Butlin for Thetford Dolphins. And in lane 7, Isla Bedford for Norwich Swan. So fairly close at the moment. Ella, Millie and Oliver, Olivia pretty much in a line across the pool. Olivia just edging it by a metre or so for Thetford Dolphins. 15 metres to go. Olivia pulling away now, looking strong in these last 10 metres into the final 5. Olivia with an entry time on this of 1:46.3, and she goes 1:30.03. Coming in to take second, Ella Townsend for Dis Otters. Millie Johnson close behind for West Norfolk on 1:34. Fourth goes to Charlotte Rook, then it's Annika Muller. And Isla Bedford for Norwich Swan coming to complete the heat. Well done, swimmers. Event 753, the girls 100 butterfly heat number 2. Referee. In lane 1 we have Alicia Muller for City of Norwich. Lane 2, Chloe Jackson for Norfolk Vikings. In lane 3, Jessica Pugh for Norwich Swan. Lane 4, Verity Morrison, City of Norwich. Lane 5, Mwaba Mkwasa for Norwich Swan. Lane 6, Anastasia Wall for Dereham. Lane 7, Shannon Taylor for Thetford. And in lane 8, it's Kyla Dalliston for Dis Otters. So Verity Morrison in lane 4 for City of Norwich, out in front at the moment. Couple of metres ahead of Jessica Pugh and Chloe Jackson. All battling hard. Kyla Dalliston in 3rd place in lane 8, fighting hard as well. Coming into the final 10. Verity being pressured by Jessica Pugh into the last 5 metres. Is Jessica going to do it? It's going to be very close. Looks like she might do it. And it is Jessica Pugh for Norwich Swan who takes it. Verity Morrison taking 2nd. Kyla Dalliston taking 3rd. Event 753, the girls 100 butterfly heat number 3. Referee. In lane 1 we have Isla Addison for Norwich Swan. In lane 2 Angelina Bullman for Dereham. Lane 3 Lily Murrell for Norwich Swan. Lane 4 Holly Gilbertson for City of Norwich. Lane 5 Bethany Rumsby for Norwich Swan. Lane 6 Mia Gray for Norwich Swan. Lane 7 is Emily Howlett, also for Norwich Swan. And in lane 8 it's Megan Jones for West Norfolk. And I have a disqualification report, event 753, heat 1, lane 7 for a technical infraction. So lane 6, Mia Gray for Norwich Swan, looking strong in this one. Beth Rumsby, Holly Gilbertson and Lily Murrell all chasing and battling for second. But it is Mia Gray into the final 5 metres. She's going to take the heat. 1:29.79 her entry time, so a good time for her. Beth Rumsby taking second. Lily Murrell taking third. Event 753, the Girls 100 Butterfly, heat number 4. Referee. In lane 1, Chloe Bellamy in lane for West Norfolk. In lane 2, Annabelle Nichols for City of Norwich. In lane 3, it's Lilia Burgoyne for Great Yarmouth. In lane 4, Olivia Greenall, also for Great Yarmouth. Lane 5, Ella Simmons for Norwich Swan. Lane 6 is Alex Tutt for Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Erin Woodrow for West Norfolk. And in lane 8, Evie Greenhalf for City of Norwich. So Olivia Greenall first through the turn, Lilia Burgoyne second, Chloe Bellamy third, and Annabelle Nichols in fourth. "15 metres to go. Olivia Greenall with a lead of about 1.5 metres after the chasing pack. The battle's going to be for second and third place. It is Olivia Greenall for Great Yarmouth coming in to take the heat. Second in lane 3 goes to Lilia, who gets third. At the touch it is Ella Simmons for Norwich Swan taking third. Event 753, the Girls 100 Butterfly, heat number 5. Referee. In lane 1, Hannah Twells for Thetford Dolphins. Lane 2, Emily Rose for Dis Otters. In lane 3, Molly Tattersall for Dereham. Lane 4, Esme Kidman for West Norfolk. In lane 5, it's Abigail Nicholson for West Norfolk. Lane 6 is Hannah Jarrett for Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Ella Gilbertson for City of Norwich. And in lane 8, it's Sophie Nichols, also for City of Norwich. So Hannah Twells going very strongly for Thetford over the far side in lane 1. Pulling out a handy lead of 3 or 4 metres over in lane 2. Emily Rose for Dis Otters. 15 metres to go for Hannah. She's going to take the heat. Who's going to get second though? There's 5 or 6 swimmers pretty much in a line. Emily Rose just edging it, but finishing strongly is Abigail Nicholson in lane 5 for West Norfolk. Coming into the touch, Hannah takes it. Second does go to Abigail, third to Emily Rose, and fourth to Esme Kidman. Event 753, the Girls 100 Butterfly, heat number 6, referee. In lane 1, Dana Arben for City of Norwich. In lane 2, Rebecca Heaton, Norwich Swan. Lane 3, Evie Jones, Norwich Swan. Lane 4, Emily Pitcher, Norwich Swan. Lane 5, Holly Rigby, Great Yarmouth. Lane 6, Beatrix Baldwin for Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Ellen Lauder for West Norfolk. And in lane 8, Grace Marshall for City of Norwich. Another disqualification report for you. This is event 753, heat 3, lane 7 for a technical infraction. So Emily Pitcher in lane 4 out in front by a couple of metres. Battling hard for second, Rebecca Heaton and Ellen Lauder in lanes 2 and 7. Into the final 5, it is Emily Pitcher for Norwich Swan coming in to take the heat. She completes in 1:12.9. Lane 7, Ellen Lauder for West Norfolk taking second, and Rebecca Heaton taking third. Event 753, the Girls 100 Butterfly, heat number 7, referee. In lane 1 we have Tabitha Payne for Thetford Dolphins. In lane 2, Caris Neil Gourlay also for Dolphins. In lane 3, Katie Coleman for Norfolk Vikings. Lane 4 is Olivia Dutson for City of Norwich. Lane 5, Chloe Liddell for West Norfolk. Lane 6, Ellie Rose Lyon for Norwich Swan. Lane 7 is Thea Irvine for Diss Otters. And in lane 8, Lillian Walthew for Dereham. Ellie Rose Lyon first through the turn in lane 6, Katie Coleman second, Tabitha Payne in third. Ellie Rose Lyon looking very strong with 15 metres to go. 1:13.85 her entry time. She comes in to complete. She goes, it was a 1:10 I think. 1:11.69. Second going to Olivia Dutson, Katie Coleman taking third. And now we have the final heat of event 753, the Girls 100 Butterfly, introducing your swimmers. In lane 1, representing Norwich Swan, Jasmine Coleman. In lane 2 for Norwich Swan, Rebecca Smith. In lane 3 for City of Norwich, Eve Park. In lane 4 for Norwich Swan, Charlotte Smith. In lane 5 for Norwich Swan, Ruby Coyle. In lane 7 for Norwich Swan, Amara Addison. And in lane 8 for Dereham, Amelie Passam. Swimmers, you are under referee's control. And I have another disqualification report for you. Event 753, Heat 6, lane number 5, for a technical infraction. So heading away from me to the far end, it looks like Charlotte Smith in lane 4 leading as they go into the turn. She goes 30.38, Eve Park second, Rebecca Smith in third. Charlotte easing away from the rest of the chasing pack now. Looks like there's 4 or 5 swimmers all in a line battling for second. Eve looks like she's just a whisker ahead of Rebecca Smith, but it is Charlotte Smith who takes it in 105.92. At the touch, second goes to Eve Park and Ruby Coyle taking third.
And we move on to event 754, the boys 100 metres freestyle, heat 1 of 12. Over to you, referee. Our swimmers in this first heat. In lane 1, swimming for City of Norwich is Arthur Cork. In lane 2, also for City of Norwich, James Marshall. Swimming in lane 3 for West Norfolk, Toby Turner. William Nutt swims in lane 4 for Dereham. Swimming in lane 5 for Norwich Swan is Joshua Rumsby. And then we have City of Norwich swimmers in our remaining lanes, 6, 7 and 8, Lawrence Taylor, Jack Hibbin and Tobias Anderson. At the turn, it's William who takes that turn in first, followed by James, followed by Lawrence. Jack in lane 7 is coming through really strongly. William still swimming hard, but Jack looking nice and strong at this stage as he approaches the final few metres. And Jack touches first, followed by Lawrence, with William touching in third. That completes our heat. Well done, swimmers. Heat 2 of the boys, 100 metres freestyle, referee. Our swimmers in this second heat. Swimming for Norwich Swan, in lane 1 we have Sebastian Burks. In lane 2 for West Norfolk, Samuel Liddell. In lane 3 for City of Norwich, Patrikas Garalavicius. In lane 4 for Norwich Swan, Jericho Mercado. In lanes 5 and 6, swimming for City of Norwich is James O'Toole and Ricardo de Maria. In lane 7 for Norwich Swan is Martin Rayler, and in lane 8 for Dis Otters is Benjamin Eastwood. Apologies, I made a mistake on a pronunciation there. Patrick's surname is actually Garalavicius. So at this stage, it's Samuel in lane 2, Jericho in lane 4. Also, James in lane 5, looking nice and strong. Jericho maintaining a slight lead there as he hits the final 5, but James is coming through strong. Jericho holds on to touch first, James touching in second, Samuel touching in third. That completes this heat. Well done, swimmers. Heat 3 of the boys, 100 metres freestyle, referee. Our Heat 3 swimmers. Swimming in lane 1 for Thetford Dolphins is Bobby Hutchinson. In lane 2 for City of Norwich is Sid Jones. Swimming in lane 3 for Norwich Swan is Bartosz Mosionek. In lanes 4 and 5, swimming for North Norfolk Vikings is Noah Buchan and Michael Sayer. Swimming in lane 6 for West Norfolk is Callum New. And then we have City of Norwich swimmers in lanes 7 and 8, Josh Reed and Jake Maguire. So at that turn, it was Bartosz turning in first, closely followed by Callum, and then Bobby turning in third. So Bartosz going really well there in lane 3. Callum also looking really strong as he approaches the final few metres. But Bartosz holds on to touch first, Callum in second. Oh, and it was Sid who touched in third. That was close for third place. Well done, swimmers. We have a disqualification to announce for event 754. That's Heat 1, Lane 5. Disqualification for a technical infraction. On to Heat 4 of the boys, 100 metres freestyle, referee. Swimming in lane 1 for Thetford is Reggie Britcher. In lane 2 for Great Yarmouth, Jan Blablot. In lane 3 for Durham, Joshua Taylor. In lane 4 for Great Yarmouth, Kieran Nelson. Swimming in lane 5 for Dis Otters is Forbes Irvine. In lane 6 for Thetford is Christian Payne. Swimming in lane 7 for City of Norwich is Dylan Guy. And then we have Thomas Elsden swimming in lane 8 for West Norfolk. So Kieran establishing a good lead as he turns in first. Joshua turned in second. Reggie turned in third. Kieran looking very strong there in lane 4. Going to be a close one for second place though. As I said that, Christian came through looking very strong, kicking hard in his final few meters. So Kieran touched first, Christian touched second, closely followed by Dylan in third. That completes this heat. Well done, swimmers. Heat 5 of the boys, 100 meters freestyle, referee. Swimming in lane 1 for Durham, we have Samuel Bradford. In lane 2 for City of Norwich, Charlie Halls. In lane 3 for Thetford Dolphins, Dominic Trowell. In lane 4 for City of Norwich is Daniel Dutson. And Matteo Vedren swimming for City of Norwich in lane 5. In lane 6, swimming for Norwich Swan, is Adam Houston. Archie Harris-Joy swims in lane 7 for Great Yarmouth. And swimming for City of Norwich in lane 8 is Rowan Carter. So it's close at the turn, but it was Dominic turning first, followed by Matteo, followed by Charlie. Dominic looks to be maintaining a marginal lead, but Matteo in lane 5 also going well, and he may well be coming through. Great final few meters there from Matteo. He touches first, followed by Dominic, and it was Samuel who touched third. Well done, swimmers. On to heat 6 of the boys 100 meters freestyle, referee. Your swimmers are in lane 1 for Norwich Swan, Sean Chaturera. In lane 2 for Dis Otters, Elliot Barkway. In lanes 3 and 4, swimming for City of Norwich, we have Tyler Stone and Travis Flotman. Swimming for Durham in lane 5 is Aidan Fatter. In lane 6 for Norwich Swan, Evan Bedford. Swimming in lane 7 for City of Norwich is Richard Farrar. And swimming for Norwich Swan in lane 8 is Zach Montgomery. So it was Tyler that took that turn just in first place, ahead of Travis and Aidan. Looking very close between Tyler in lane 3 and Travis in lane 4. Both fighting hard. Great finish there from Travis, who touched in first, closely followed by Tyler, with Aidan touching in third. Well done, swimmers. On to heat 7 of the boys 100 metres freestyle. Referee. Our Heat 7 swimmers are swimming in lane 1 for City of Norwich, Enzo Casanica. In lane 2 for Durham, Riley Walker. Swimming in lane 3 for Dis Otters is John Barber. Nathan Yearman swims in lane 4 for West Norfolk. Swimming in lane 5 for Durham is Thomas Ellis. Isaac Buchan swims in lane 6 for North Norfolk Vikings. James Clark swims in lane 7 for City of Norwich, and Matthew Phoenix McLean in lane 8 for Norwich Swan. So at the turn, it was Nathan, followed by John, followed by Thomas. Nathan has established himself a clear lead there in lane 4, looking nice and strong. Looking very strong as he approaches his final few metres. He touches first. It's going to be a close one for second. Oh, it was actually Matthew down in lane 8 that took the touch for second place, followed by Thomas. Well done, swimmers. We have a disqualification to announce for event 754. That's heat 5, lane 1, disqualification for a technical infraction. On to heat 8 of the boys 100 metres freestyle. Referee. Our Heat 8 swimmers are Austin Everett in lane 1 for Norwich Swan, Jack McIntosh in lane 2 for City of Norwich, Thomas Garnett in lane 3 for West Norfolk, Harvey Durham in lane 4 for Thetford, Oscar Hunter in lane 5 for Norwich Swan, Maximilian Jajak in lane 6 for Thetford, and for City of Norwich in lanes 7 and 8, Jack Tate and Leonardo White. So at that turn, it was Jack McIntosh who turned in first, followed by Austin, followed by Thomas. As we progress through these heats, as you can imagine, it's going to get tighter and tighter between our swimmers. But in this heat, Jack McIntosh in lane 2, establishing a lead, but it's incredibly close for second. Jack just held on there. It was Oscar who touched in second and Harvey who touched in third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 9, referee. In lane 1, swimming for Norwich Swan is Thomas Small. In lane 2 for City of Norwich, Will Rumsby. In lane 3 for Thetford, Aaron Peacock. In lane 4 for City of Norwich, Oliver Pike. In lane 5 for West Norfolk, Rhys Burrell. In lane 6 for City of Norwich, Alexander Patterson. In lane 7 for Dis Otters, Finley Neve. And in lane 8 for Thetford Dolphins is Samuel Wilkinson. At the turn, it was Aaron turning first, Oliver touching second, Will touching third. So incredibly close between Aaron in 3 and Oliver in 4. Oliver kicking through, pushing hard. He comes through to touch first. Aaron touches second, and it was Finley who touched third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 10, over to you, referee. In lane 1, swimming for Dis Otters is Matthew Tatum, Manuka Jayakodi in lane 2 for Norwich Swan, Henry Dyke also for Norwich Swan in lane 3, Nedas Chichenko swimming in lane 4 for West Norfolk, Milo Milton in lane 5 for City of Norwich, Lewis Andrews in lane 6 for Norwich Swan, Joe Hammond in lane 8 for City of Norwich, and Sean Diggins in lane 8 for Great Yarmouth. So it was Joe Hammond in lane 7. So Henry with a clear lead at this stage in lane 3. Milo in lane 5 looking good, but as is Matthew over in lane 1. So Henry touches first, Milo touches second, and it was actually Lewis who came through to touch third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 11, referee. In lane 1, swimming for Norwich Swan is Ben Woodhouse. In lane 3 and 4, swimming for West Norfolk, we have Thomas Ball and Freddie Laws. Swimming in lane 5 for Norwich Swan is Louis James. Swimming for North Norfolk Vikings in lane 6 is Harry Hudson. Archie Holman swims in lane 7 for West Norfolk, and Finley Arnott in lane 8 for Norwich Swan. So at the turn is Freddie, followed by Louis, followed by Harry. Freddie going well there in lane 4, but Louis in lane 5 and Harry in lane 6 also pushing very hard on his tail. But Freddie looking nice and strong there, so he touches first, followed by Louis, followed by Harry, who touches third. Well done, swimmers. So we move on to the final heat of this event. Your swimmers are swimming in lane 1 for West Norfolk is Jake Lamas. In lane 2 for West Norfolk, Tobias Oglesby. In lane 3 for West Norfolk, Samuel Rose. In lane 4 for City of Norwich, Ben Blowers. In lane 5 for West Norfolk, Nathan Wells. In lane 6 for Durham is Charlie Summer. In lane 7 for City of Norwich is Jack Abram. And in lane 8 for West Norfolk is Robert Addis. So fast and frenzied, as you would have predicted. So it's Ben in 4 who looks like he's leading as they approach the turn. He turns in first, followed by Nathan, followed by Tobias. Ben looking strong, Nathan fighting hard as well. And Ben holds on to touch first, followed by Nathan. And it's Jack who touches third. Well done, swimmers. That completes this event.
And so we move on to the next event, which is 7:55, the girls' 200-metre backstroke. Heat number 1, referee. And this event will be swum in a total of 7 heats. In this first heat, in lane 2, we have Freya Reid from Diss Otters. In lane 3, Catherine Mitchell from Great Yarmouth. Lane 4 is Lexi Johns from City of Norwich. Lane 5, Olivia Palmer from City of Norwich. And in lane 6, it's Sky Freeman from Norwich Swan. So Catherine leading this one just by a metre or so from the other chasing swimmers. Olivia Palmer going well on the second 50 for City of Norwich. She's now come through to take the lead as they go through the 100-metre turn. Over she goes. Catherine in second, Lexi third, Freya in fourth. So on their way back for the final time, it is in lane 5. Olivia Palmer leading this one. Still Catherine Mitchell in second. Then Lexi and Freya very close for third. Olivia's entry time for this event 3:35, so she's going to be well inside that. Coming in to take second in lane 3 is Catherine. Touching third in lane 4 was Lexi, Freya close behind. And coming in to complete the heat for Norwich Swan, Sky Freeman in lane 6. Well done, swimmers. Event 7:55, the girls 200 backstroke, heat number 2. Referee. In lane 1, Emily Parnell for Dereham. Lane 2, Jennifer Mardle, City of Norwich. Lane 3, Emily Dwight, City of Norwich. Lane 4, Verity Hamilton, Norwich Swan. Lane 5 is Ella Goodswin for Dis Otters. Lane 6, Olivia Wicks for Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Elspeth Butler, also for Norwich Swan. And in lane 8, it's Isla Bedford, again for Norwich Swan. So Verity Hamilton going very well for Norwich Swan in lane 4. 3 or 4 metres clear of Emily Parnell for Dereham in lane 1 second, and Jennifer Mardle for Norwich, for City of Norwich in lane 2 in third. Over they go through the 100 metre turn. So on their way back for the final time. Now it is in lane 4, still Verity Hamilton for Norwich Swan out in front. Second, Emily Parnell for Dereham over the far side in lane 1. Followed by Jennifer Mardle in lane 2 third, and looks like it might just be Emily Dwight for City of Norwich in 4th. Battling hard with Olivia Wicks for Norwich Swan in lane 6 though. But coming in to complete, 2:58.00 for Verity Hamilton. Her entry time of 3:15, so that was a good one for her. Coming in to take second in lane 1, Emily Parnell for Dereham. Just in third, Jennifer Mardle for City of Norwich, ahead of Olivia Wicks for Norwich Swan in fourth. Ella taking fifth, Emily sixth, Elspeth seventh, and Isla Bedford coming in to complete the heat. Well done, swimmers. Event 7:55, the girls 200 metre backstroke, heat number 3. Referee. In lane 1, Star Nichols for Great Yarmouth. Lane 2, Lily Mae Freeman, also for Great Yarmouth. Lane 3, Grace Cook for Dis Otters. Lane 4, Lila Flello, City of Norwich. Lane 5, Hannah Rowley, City of Norwich. Lane 6, Ella Townsend, Dis Otters. Lane 7 is Erin Finley for Dereham, and in lane 8 it's Jessica Pugh for Norwich Swan. So Lily Mae Freeman for Great Yarmouth leading this one in lane 2. Lila Flello second and Star Nichols in third. Lily Mae still leading, but it is, she's being caught going through the turn, half distance, over they go, 3 together. Lily Mae Freeman, Lila Flello and Ella Townsend separated by less than half a second. Ella Townsend moving through into the lead at the moment in lane 6. Looks like Lily Mae Freeman coming back to re-challenge for the lead as they go to the 150 metre mark. And it is Lily Mae back in the lead, Ella Townsend second, Lila Flello third, just ahead of Star Nichols in fourth. All the swimmers looking now like they are kicking for home. Ella trying to challenge for the lead again. Looks like she might just have moved back past Lily Mae. 15 metres to go. Only half a metre or so in it, but it is Ella Townsend for Dis Otters leading this one. Coming into the final 5, Lily Mae Freeman for Great Yarmouth in second. But at the touch it is Ella Townsend who takes it. Second goes to Lily Mae Freeman. Third to Lila Flello. Event 7:55, the girls 200 backstroke, heat number 4. Referee. In lane 1, Summer Endicott for City of Norwich. Lane 2, Verity Morrison, City of Norwich. Lane 3, Caitlin Campbell-Kelly, City of Norwich. Lane 4, Sophie Nichols, City of Norwich. Lane 5, Jasmine Wright, City of Norwich. Lane 6, Astrid Smither, Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Daisy Stimpson, West Norfolk. And in lane 8, it's Esme Langley for City of Norwich. So Summer Endicott leading this one from Jasmine Wright second in lane 5, then Verity Morrison and Caitlin Campbell-Kelly tied for third. Coming up to the 100-metre mark, still very close at the front, but it is Jasmine Wright for City of Norwich. Looks like she's just half a metre ahead of Caitlin Campbell-Kelly and Summer Endicott. Fourth is Daisy Stimpson, fifth Sophie Nichols. So heading away from us now, it looks like it's actually Caitlin Campbell-Kelly leading in lane 3. Going into the final turn. She turns on 2:10.04. Jasmine just half a second behind. Third now is Sophie Nichols. Fourth, Daisy Stimpson. Caitlin starting to come under pressure from Jasmine again. They are actually a second apart at the last turn. Jasmine kicking for home now. Also in lane 4, Sophie Nichols finishing strongly. Caitlin reacting into the final 5 metres. I think Caitlin's going to take it. Oh, very, very close, but it was Caitlin Campbell-Kelly for City of Norwich in first. Jasmine Wright, City of Norwich second. Daisy Stimpson for West Norfolk in third. Event 755, the girls 200 backstroke, heat number 5. Referee. In lane 1, Grace Marshall's for City of Norwich. Lane 2, Sky Nichols for Great Yarmouth. Lane 3, Vicky Marchinek for West Norfolk. Lane 4, Sienna Gilman, Norwich Swan. Lane 5, Erin Woodrow, West Norfolk. Lane 6, Olivia Greenall, Great Yarmouth. In lane 7, Hannah Twells for Thetford Dolphins. And in lane 8, it's Lily Murrell for Norwich Swan. So another close heat here. Looks like it might be Sienna Gilman for Norwich Swan leading this one as they go through the 100-metre turn. Over she goes. 0.4 ahead of Erin Woodrow for West Norfolk second and Sky Nichols for Great Yarmouth in third. Sienna turning for the final time, 2:01.48. Sky still second, Vicky Marcinek third, Erin Woodrow fourth. Sienna's continuing to pull away. She's got 10 metres to go now. Her entry time for this event given as 2:43.47. She's going to go under 2:40, possibly. Oh, just over 2:40.52. Who's going to get second? Looks like that's going to go to Victoria Marcinek, and third to Erin Woodrow. Event 7:55, the girls 200 backstroke, heat number 6. Referee. In lane 1, Abigail Nicholson for West Norfolk. Lane 2, Ella Keeble, Norwich Swan. Lane 3, Esmond Kidman, West Norfolk. Lane 4, Chloe Bellamy, West Norfolk. Lane 5, Katie Coleman, Norfolk Vikings. Lane 6, Amy Dickerson, Thetford Dolphins. Lane 7, Jasmine Coleman for Norwich Swan. And in lane 8, it's Poppy Malcolmson for Dereham. So Ella Keeble first through the turn, 37.3. Abigail Nicholson second. Chloe Bellamy in third. Very little to choose between them. Good second 50 from Jasmine Coleman for Norwich Swan in lane 7 as well, challenging for the lead with Chloe Bellamy. Over they go at the 100-metre mark, and it is Jasmine just by 12/100ths from Chloe Bellamy second, Poppy Malcolmson in third, and Ella Keeble in fourth. So Chloe Bellamy now leading just by a whisker as they go through at the final turn. Just over a second. Ella Keeble in third. Poppy Malcolmson now in fourth. Into the final 20 metres, it looks like it might be Jasmine Coleman from Norwich Swan, just by half a metre from Chloe Bellamy for West Norfolk in lane 4. It's going to be a close finish, but I think Jasmine's going to take it, and she does, 2:39.93. Chloe Bellamy taking second for West Norfolk, Ella Keeble third for Norwich Swan. And so we come to the final heat of event 755, the girls 200 backstroke. Introducing your swimmers. In lane 1 from West Norfolk, Casey Cooper. In lane 2 from City of Norwich, Shannon Stubbs. In lane 3 for City of Norwich, Mabel Gigg. In lane 4 for Norwich Swan, Amara Addison. In lane 5 for Norwich Swan, Rebecca Smith. In lane 6 for Norwich Swan, Charlotte Smith. In lane 7 for Norwich Swan, Emily Pitcher. And in lane 8 for Norwich Swan, Ruby Chapman. Swimmers, you are under referee's control. So what looks like a strong start from Amara Addison in lane 4 for Norwich Swan. On paper, Amara is the quickest by 7 seconds going on the entry time for this event. And she's into the 50-metre turn already, 32.89. Mabel Gigg second, Shannon Stubbs in third, and Charlotte Smith in fourth. Just over 2.5 seconds, Amara pulling out on that first 50. So Amara coming up to the 100-metre turn. Over she goes. 109.86, that 2.5 second gap increasing. Now it's over 6 seconds, nearly 6.5. Charlotte Smith now in second, Emily Pitcher third, and Mabel Gigg in fourth. So Amara turning for the final time, 1:49.43. That gap going up from 6 seconds. Now it's just under 10. Charlotte Smith still in second. Mabel in third. Shannon now in fourth. Ten metres to go for Amara Addison for Norwich Swan. She's going to take the heat. And she comes in to complete in 2:28.93. Charlotte Smith's going to take second also for Norwich Swan in lane 6. And Emily Pitcher taking third also for Norwich Swan.
And we move on to event 756, the boys 100 metres butterfly, heat 1 of 5, referee. Our first heat swimmers are swimming in lane 2 for Dis Otters is Benjamin Eastwood. In lane 3 for Great Yarmouth is Jan Beblot. And then we have West Norfolk swimmers in our remaining lanes, namely Alexander Patterson, Thomas Arthur Jagger, Toby Turner and Samuel Liddell. So looking very close between Alexander and Jan at that turn. Alexander turning in first, Jan turning in second, and then it was Thomas Arthur turning in third. Alexander looking strong and pulling away slightly, increasing his lead. And he approaches his final few meters, so into the final 5 for him, looking nice and strong. Touching first, well done to him. Jan touching second. And Thomas Arthur touching third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 2 of the boys 100 meters butterfly, referee. In lane 1, swimming for City of Norwich is Daniel Dutson. In lane 2 for West Norfolk, Thomas Garnett. In lane 3 for Dis Otters, Elliot Barkway. In lane 4 for Thetford Dolphins, Christian Payne. Swimming in lane 5 for Durham is Jack Tattersall. In lane 6 for City of Norwich is Tyler Stone. Forbes Irvine swims in lane 7 for Dis Otters. And swimming in lane 8 for Norwich Swan is Evan Bedford. So it's Thomas in lane 2 who takes the turn first, followed by Jack, followed by Elliot. So it's looking very close between Thomas in lane 2 and Jack in lane 5. Thomas edging ahead. He's looking strong into the final 5 meters. Thomas touches first. Jack touches second. Oh, and the touch for third place went to Elliot. Well done, swimmers. Heat 3 of the boys 100 meters butterfly, referee. In lane 1, swimming for Norwich Swan is Matthew Phoenix McGlynn. In lane 2 for Norwich Swan also is Oscar Hunter. Swimming in lane 3 for Thetford Dolphins is Aaron Peacock. In lane 4 for Norwich Swan is Finley Arnott. Swimming in lane 5 for Dis Otters is Finley Neve. In lane 6, swimming for Norwich Swan is Henry Mann. Samuel Wilkinson swims in lane 7 for Thetford Dolphins. And in lane 8 for West Norfolk is Daniel Grimmer. So at the turn, it was Finley in lane 4, turning first, closely followed by Finley Neve in lane 5, and it was Henry who turned third. So Finley in lane 4, swimming for Norwich Swan. He's looking very strong at this stage and increasing his lead. He's clear into his final few meters, very close between Finley in lane 5 and Henry in lane 6. Henry finishing strong. So it was Finley Arnott who touched first, Henry touched second, and Finley Neve touching third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 4 of the boys 100 meters butterfly. Referee. In lane 1, swimming for City of Norwich is Castle Gallanders. In lane 2 for West Norfolk, Harvey Isle. Lane 3 for North Norfolk Vikings, Harry Hudson. In lane 4 for Norwich Swan, Manuka Jayakody. In lane 5 for City of Norwich, Ben Allen. In lane 6 for West Norfolk, Thomas Ball. In lane 7 for City of Norwich, Leo White. And in lane 8 for West Norfolk, Rhys Burrell. So as close as you would expect at the turn. So it was Harry who turned first, Manuka turned second, Harry turned third, but very close. Very closely fought here. Lanes 2, 3 and 4. I was going to try to call who was looking strongest, but actually it's Manuka in lane 4. He comes into the final 5. Very strong swim from him. He touches first. Touch for second place goes to Harvey, closely followed by Harry in third. Well done, swimmers. We have a disqualification to announce for event 756, heat 2, lane 2 for a technical infraction. So we move on to the final heat in this event. Your swimmers are swimming in lane 1 for City of Norwich, Jack Abram. In lane 2, swimming for West Norfolk, is Robert Addis. In lane 3, also swimming for West Norfolk, is Freddie Laws. In lane 4, swimming for City of Norwich, is Devash Kapoor. In lane 5, also swimming for City of Norwich, is Charlie Barrett. In lane 6, swimming for Norwich Swan, Louis James. In lane 7, swimming for City of Norwich is Oliver Pike. And swimming for Norwich Swan in lane 8, Ben Woodhouse. Referee. So it's Charlie who emerged slightly ahead there. Devesh in lane 4. Looks like he's coming through slightly, but then over in lane 1, Jack Abram looks like he's going really well as he approaches the turn. So it was Devesh who turned just in first, followed by Charlie, followed by Jack. So it's Devesh in lane 4 there, who's edging it slightly at this stage. Our swimmers approaching the final few metres. Louis in lane 6, also pushing hard now towards the end. So it's Devesh who touches first, followed by Louis, followed by Freddie. Well done, swimmers. That completes this event.
And now we move on to event 757, which is the girls' 200-metre breaststroke. Referee. This event will be swum in a total of 6 heats. In this first heat, just the 3 swimmers. In lane 3 for Norwich Swan, we have Mia Edwards. In lane 4, City of Norwich's Lexi Johns. And in lane 5, Derham's Amelia Dunsire. So Mia going well in that first 50, 50.22, 4-second gap over Amelia second and Lexi a whisker behind in third. So Mia extending that lead to over 6 seconds now. So Mia turning at the 150 metre mark, 2:45.14. Still extending that lead further. Her entry time for this event, 4:05. Amelia and Lexi both on their way back as well, but it's 25 metres to go now for Mia Edwards from Norwich Swan in lane 3. Ten metres to go. Looks like she's going to be under 4 minutes, possibly. Looks like she's going to be well under 4 minutes, actually. Coming into the last 5 metres. Under 3:45, and that's it. She completes. $3:43.67 for Mia. Amelia coming in to take second for Derham, 4:00.26. Her posted entry time of 4:04, and Lexi Johns comes in to complete the heat. Well done, swimmers. Event 757, the girls 200 breaststroke heat number 2. Referee. In lane 1, Faye Wilson from Dis Otters. Lane 2, Florence Collison from West Norfolk. Lane 3, Ellen Beckwith from Thetford Dolphins. Lane 4, Amelie Parnell from Derham. Lane 5 is Olivia Palmer from City of Norwich. Lane 6, Emma Dye from Norwich Swan. And in lane 7, Freya Cox, also from Norwich Swan. So still a fairly close race, this one. In lane 3 it is Ellen Beckwith for Thetford Dolphins with a slight lead of a metre or so. Also going well in 6 is Emma Dye for Norwich Swan. Not a lot to choose between the rest of the swimmers though, pretty much in a line. Emma Dye just easing through into the lead now as they come to the 100 metre turn. Freya Cox for Norwich Swan going well now in 2nd. Ellen Beckwith 3rd, Amelie Parnell 4th, Olivia Palmer 5th, Florence Collison 6th. Still only 3 or 4 seconds covering all the swimmers. So going down to the 150 metre turn. Still very close, but Emma Dye 2:43.98 first. Florence Collison 2nd, 2:45.84. And Freya Cox now in 3rd in lane 7. Into the final 25 metres now. It does look like it's going to be Emma Dye for Norwich Swan in lane 6 taking this heat, but who's going to get second? It's very close between Florence in lane 2 and Freya in lane 7. Emma Dye completes in 3:35.83. 4 swimmers coming into touch, all together battling for second. And at the touch it is actually Emily Parnell taking second, Freya taking 3rd, Olivia Palmer 4th, then Florence Collison, Ellen Beckwith and Faye Wilson. Well done, swimmers. Event 757, the girls 200 breaststroke heat number 3. Referee. In lane 1, Eliza Butcher for West Norfolk. Lane 2, Verity Hamilton, Norwich Swan. Lane 3, Neve Macaulay, City of Norwich. Lane 4, Beatrice Green for Dereham. Lane 5 is Lily Colborne for Norwich Swan. Lane 6, Charlie Hill for West Norfolk. Lane 7, Evie Greenhalgh, City of Norwich. And in lane 8, it's Hannah Rowley for City of Norwich. And at the first turn, it's Eliza Butcher for West Norfolk first, Neve Macaulay second, and Verity Hamilton in third. So coming up to the 100-metre mark, Lily Colborne for Norwich Swan mounting a challenge for the lead as they go through the turn. 1:39.53 for Lily. Eliza Butcher now second, Verity in third, and Charlie Hill now in fourth. So going down to the 150-metre mark, it looks like it's Lily Colborne again in front of Eliza Butcher. Yes, very little in it, only quarter of a second. Verity in third, Neve Macaulay in fourth. Ten metres to go now for Lily Colborne from Norwich Swan. She's just a metre or so in front. Verity swimming a very strong final 50. But it is Lily Colborne who takes it in 3:22. Second going to Verity Hamilton, also from Norwich Swan. Eliza Butcher for West Norfolk taking third. Event 757, the girls 200 breaststroke, heat number 4, referee. In lane 1, Emily Howlett for Norwich Swan. Lane 2, Phoebe Howard for Norwich Swan. Lane 3, Charlize Harding for Norwich Swan. Lane 4, Isabella Green for City of Norwich. Lane 5, Abigail Riches for Norwich Swan. Lane 6, Mia Gray for Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Jasmine Wright for City of Norwich. And in lane 8, Eloise Collins for West Norfolk. I have another disqualification report for you. Event 757, Heat 2, Lane 7 for a technical infraction. So Isabella leading this one by just under a second for City of Norwich from Phoebe Howard second in lane 2 and Charlize Harding third in lane 3. So Isabella pulling ahead by a couple of metres now, going through the 100-metre turn. Phoebe Howard second, Charlize Harding third. Then Mia Gray, Abby Riches and Eloise Collins all battling hard for fourth, fifth and sixth, all turning on 1:38. So Isabella, Charlize and Phoebe on their way back now. Charlize challenging for the lead now. 25 to go. There's nothing in it between them at the moment. Charlize kicking hard for home, pulling away a little bit. Can Isabella respond? Charlize accelerating away into the final five. She's going to take the heat. And she does in 3:03.84. Isabella coming in to take second in 3:07.97. Phoebe Howard third in 3:13.21 for Norwich Swan. And then it's fourth is Eloise. Fifth, Abigail Riches. Sixth, Mia Gray. Emily Howlett in seventh, and coming in to complete the heat is Jasmine Wright in lane 7. Event 757, the girls 200 breaststroke, heat number 5. Referee. In lane 1, Ruby Rowland for Great Yarmouth. Lane 2, Zoe Land for Great Yarmouth. Lane 3, Tabitha Payne for Thetford Dolphins. Lane 4, Casey Cooper for West Norfolk. Lane 5, Thea Irvin for Dis Otters. Lane 6, Beatrix Baldwin for Norwich Swan. Lane 7, Katrina Satika Totleb for West Norfolk. And in lane 8, Sophie Doig, also for West Norfolk. So Tabitha Payne leading for Thetford Dolphins in lane 3, 39.53 from Ruby Rowland and Zoe Land. Very evenly matched heat as they come up to the 100-metre turn. Tabitha, Casey and Thea all turning together, less than half a second separating them. Fourth is Katrina, fifth Ruby, sixth Beatrice. Only a couple of metres separating the whole field in this heat. So coming up to the final turn, it is in lane 4, Casey Cooper leading for West Norfolk 2:15.89. Second, Tabitha Payne. Third, Thea Irvine, both on 2:17, just a second and a half behind. All swimmers kicking for home now. It's still a bit too close to call. Casey's lead is only 1.5 meters and she's being pushed by Thea Irvine now in lane 5. Thea upping the stroke rate. She's just 1 metre or so behind. 10 metres to go. Is she going to catch her? Casey Cooper for West Norfolk responding, coming into the final 5. It's going to be close, but I think Casey's going to hold on. And she does. Thea Irvine to take second. At the touch, third place goes to Tabitha Payne. Final heat of 757, the girls 200 breaststroke, introducing your swimmers. In lane 1, representing City of Norwich, Ellie Smith. In lane 2, representing Norwich Swan, Caitlin Richardson. In lane 4 for City of Norwich, Molly Monk. In lane 5 for West Norfolk, Sarah O'Brien. In lane 6 for Norwich Swan, Daisy Mixer. In lane 7 for Thetford Dolphins, Alice Facey. And in lane 8 for Norwich Swan, Isla Hamilton. Swimmers, you are under referee's control. So Molly Monk first through the turn, 35.5, just ahead of Sarah O'Brien second, Daisy Mixer third, and Ellie Smith over the far side on lane 1 in 4th. Molly extending her lead a little as she comes up to the 100-metre turn. Over she goes, 1:15.96. Pulling out 3 seconds over Sarah O'Brien. Daisy Mixer third. Isla Hamilton now in 4th. Molly's still easing that lead out further as she goes through the 150-metre turn, up to 7 seconds now from Sarah O'Brien second. Daisy Mixer in third. Caitlin Richardson now in 4th in lane 2. Into the final 5 metres. Molly Monk from City of Norwich. She comes into complete in 2:38.39. Isla Hamilton having a good back 100 on this event. She's going to come in to take second in lane 8. And she does in 2:48.9. Third goes to Daisy Mixer and 4th to Sarah O'Brien. And that concludes the 200 metres girls breaststroke. Just before we start our final event, could I ask everyone to put your hands together for all our officials and volunteers. It's been a long weekend and they've worked very hard, so thank you very much to everyone who's helped. And if you know someone who would like to volunteer, please get them to talk to your club, because I'm sure your own club will find a job for them.
And we move on to event 758, the boys 50 metres breaststroke, heat 1 of 10. Over to you, referee. Our swimmers in this event: in lane 3, swimming for City of Norwich, is David Pavlov. In lane 5, swimming for Thetford, is Alfie Burrell-Knipe. And in lane 6, also swimming for City of Norwich, is Ricardo de Maria. So Alfie is edging ahead, working hard and looking strong. Alfie came into this with an entry time of 1:02.28. And he touches first. Well done, Alfie. New PB. David touches second and Ricardo touches third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 2 of the boys, 50 metres breaststroke, referee. Our swimmers in this second heat. In lane 1, swimming for Great Yarmouth, is Charlie Pickering. In lane 2, for Norwich Swans, Sebastian Burks. Then we have City of Norwich swimmers in lanes 3, 4 and 5, Thomas Smith, Jack Hibbin and James Marshall. Then in lane 6 for West Norfolk is Marley Bellamy. Martin Rayler swims in lane 7 for Norwich Swan. And in lane 8 for West Norfolk is Oliver Veal. So very close in this second heat. Difficult one to call. Thomas in lane 3, going well. But Jack in lane 4 also coming through really strong at the end. Oh, and the touch just goes to Thomas, with Jack touching in second, and it was Martin touching in third. Well done, swimmers. On to heat 3 of the boys at 50 metres stroke, referee. In lane 1, swimming for West Norfolk is Callum New. In lane 2, also for West Norfolk, is Corey Hill. Then we have Norwich Swan swimmers in lanes 3, 4 and 5. Tom Kaiser, Jacob Jenkins and Joshua Rumsby. In lane 6 for Thetford Dolphins is William Neil Gourley. In lane 7 for City of Norwich is Arthur Cook. And in lane 8 for Dis Otters is Benjamin Eastwood. Tom in lane 3 with the lead. He moves into the final few metres of his race, final 5 metres, still looking nice and strong. Tom touches first, it's Callum over in lane 1 that touched second, and Joshua touched third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 4 of the boys, 50 metres breaststroke, referee. In lane 1, swimming for North Norfolk Vikings is Zach Edridge. In lane 2 for Great Yarmouth, Archie Harris-Joy. In lane 3 for Durham, Samuel Bradford. Also for Durham in lane 4 is Harvey Appleton-Barnes. In lane 5 for Thetford Dolphins is Reggie Britcher. And then we have Norwich Swan swimmers in lanes 6, 7 and 8, Bartosz Mosionek, Adam Houston and Jericho Mercado. So it's Harvey in lane 4 with the lead as he approaches his final few metres. Into the final 5 for him. So it's Harvey touches first, Samuel touching second, and Zach over in lane 1 took third. Heat 5 of the boys at 50 metres breaststroke, referee. In lane 1, swimming for City of Norwich is George Pike. In lane 2 for Thetford Dolphins, Nathan Ruggles. Then our remaining swimmers all represent City of Norwich. In lane 3, Richard Farrar. Lane 4, Travis Flotman. Lane 5, Charlie Hawes. Lane 6, Rowan Carter. Lane 7, Oliver Woods. And in lane 8, Josh Reed. Very close. Really hard to call this one. Nathan in lane 2. He emerges, he touches first. And touching second was Richard, with George touching third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 6 of the boys, 50 metres breaststroke, referee. In lanes 1 and 2, swimming for Norwich Swan is Jacob Hurst and Sean Chatarera. In lane 3 for City of Norwich, Matteo Vedren. West Norfolk swimmers in lanes 4 and 5, Daniel Grimmer and Benjamin Tennant. Swimming for Norwich Swan in lane 6 is Matthew Phoenix McGlynn. And representing West Norfolk in lanes 7 and 8, we have Edward Murray and Thomas Arthur Jagger. Final 5. Who's going to get it? Touch goes to Matthew in lane 6, closely followed by Daniel and Sean. Well done, swimmers. Heat 7 of the boys 50 metres breaststroke, referee. In lane 1 for Thetford, Oscar Harris. In lane 2 for Durham, Jack Tattersall. Lane 3 for West Norfolk, Harrison Smith. Lane 4 for Norwich Swan, Thomas Small, as is Henry Mann in lane 5. For City of Norwich in lane 6 is Locke Yates. In lane 7 for Dis Otters is Damien Lemke. And in lane 8 for Durham is Thomas Ellis. And it's Locke in lane 6 who comes through to take first, closely followed by Harrison with Henry touching in third. Well done, swimmers. Heat 8 of the boys 50 metres breaststroke, referee. In lane 1 for City of Norwich, Tyler Stone. Lane 2 for Dis Otters, Finley Neve. Lane 3 for Thetford Dolphins, Harvey Durham. Lane 4 for Norwich Swan, Austin Everett. Lane 5 for City of Norwich, Jack McIntosh. Lane 6 for West Norfolk, Ned Astachenko. Lane 7 for City of Norwich, Leo White. And in lane 8 for Thetford, Maximilian Jajak. Harvey and Austin. Very close. And the touch just went to Austin there. Well done, Austin. Harvey touching in second and Finley touching in third. Well done, swimmers. On to the 9th and penultimate heat of the boys 50 metres breaststroke, referee. Lane 1 for Norwich Swan, Finley Arnott. Lane 2 for West Norfolk, Reece Burrell. Charlie Barrett swims in lane 3 for City of Norwich. West Norfolk swimmers in lanes 4 and 5, Archie Holman and Samuel Rose. Ethan Harris in lane 6 for Thetford. Will Rumsby in lane 7 for City of Norwich. And in lane 8 for Great Yarmouth, Sean Diggins. Stroke for stroke. Oh, and the touch goes to Ethan, followed by Archie, followed by Reece. Well done, swimmers. And we move on to our final heat of this event and the final swim of the afternoon and the competition. Your swimmers are in lane 1 for City of Norwich, Ben Buckley. In lane 2 for Norwich Swan, Henry Dyke. In lane 3 for City of Norwich, Timon Chapman. In lane 4 for City of Norwich, Finley Paul. In lane 5 for Norwich Swan, Lewis Andrews. In lane 6 for Norwich Swan, Louis James. In lane 7 for City of Norwich, Max Davies Hayward. And in lane 8 for Thetford Dolphins, Samuel Rush. Over to you, referee. So as you would expect, this is going to be fiercely fought. All of these swimmers want to take that touch. Who's it going to be? And the touch goes to, it was Ben who took the touch, followed by Finley, Henry. Apologies for that, the microphone dipping in and out. Well done, swimmers. So that swim concludes this afternoon's proceedings. Thank you to all of our swimmers. We hope you've enjoyed the competition. Thank you to all of the volunteers again who make events like this possible.